right, class, so today I'm going to go over your papers for today is Friday, and then also your graded papers. So remember, you can do the graded papers over the weekend, or you can work on some of them today, but I'm going to go over the directions for those. It is quite a few papers today. So let's do just the regular assignments first, and then we'll go over how to do the graded paper part, okay? So the first paper is just a handwriting paper. Same rules as always, just making sure that you're writing it your very best, that you're tracing the letters carefully, and then you're copying them carefully below, that you're making sure that your sentences start with a capital letter and that you put your punctuation marks at the end. And then remember, the back is just the same way. You're just going to carefully trace the sentence, carefully write the sentence, carefully trace the sentence, carefully write the sentence. Okay, so that is your just regular handwriting assignment today. You also have a phonics paper. It looks like page 215. It looks like this. And the directions say, circle the sentence that goes with the picture. So this is a little different. You have two sentences. Now, instead of two words, you have two sentences. You're going to circle the sentence that matches the picture. So let's do the first one together. The first sentence says, may I drive? Question mark, I'm asking a question. May I drive or may I dress? Which one do you think matches this picture? May I drive or may I dress? May I drive? So I would circle may I drive because that sentence matches the picture. You will have two sentences here. You'll read both of them and then circle the one that matches this picture. You will have two sentences here. You will read both of them and circle the one that matches the picture. Okay, guys, on the bottom, you're going to mark your vowels just like we always do, remembering that if it is a one vowel word, the vowel will say its short sound and we'll mark the vowel with a smile. If it is a two vowel word, the first vowel usually says its long sound and the second vowel is silent. So the first vowel we're going to put that little long symbol over, and then the second vowel we're going to slash because it doesn't say anything. Okay, if you'll turn over to the back of your paper, it says circle each picture which has the special sound in the box. This is just like our paper from yesterday, I believe, except for it was a green box. This one's purple. It's going to give you a special sound, and then you're going to have to figure out which of these words has that special sound in it, and if it does, you're going to circle it. So my special sound here is or, so I have a horse, fork, and shirt, and I'm listening for the special sound or. So I'm going to circle the word if it has the special sound or in it. Horse, horse. I do hear the special sound or, so I would circle the horse. Fork, fork. I do hear the special sound or, so I would circle fork as well. What about shirt, shirt? No, I don't hear the special sound or, so I'm not going to circle shirt. Okay, your special sound here is You have a picture of a bird, girl, ball. So you're going to have to figure out which one says bird, girl, ball, and circle the pictures if they have the special sound in them. Okay? Your next special sound is R. You're looking for R. I have a picture of a bat, arm, jar. And I'm listening for R. Bat, arm, jar. And you're going to circle the words that have the special sound R in them. Okay? Here you have the special sound ow, ow. So you're going to circle the words that have the special sound ow in them. We have clouds, bowl, mouse. Clouds, bowl, mouse. We're listening for ow. All right, and then down here, your directions at the bottom say circle the special sounds. Remember, this one doesn't say mark the vowels, it just says circle the special sounds. Remember, you should pretty much know them by now, but you can always check your book if you're not sure. Or if you just want to double check it, you can check it because this isn't a graded paper, just to make sure that you get them all. Like right here, this is scr. So if you would have circled just the SC, ska, it would have been marked incorrect because I needed the whole special sound, scr. So if there are any that you're not sure of, go ahead and check your B book just to make sure so that you'll know how to do it for the graded paper, okay? All right, so those are all of your regular papers for today. So now I'm going to go over the graded papers. Remember, on the graded papers, this is so me and you and mom and dad can see what you actually remember from this week. So I want you to do these by yourself. I don't want mom and dad to help you, help give you the answer. They can help you with the directions, but not help you with the answers, because we really want to see what you've learned this week and if you remembered it, if you remember the things that we've been learning, okay? So please try to do that on your own. The first one is just a handwriting page. So remember, when I'm grading handwriting, I want to make sure I'm grading to see if all of your letters were formed the correct way, the right way. I want to make sure that they are on the line where they're supposed to be. I want to make sure that you have taken your time. I'm grading you for that. And I'm grading you to make sure that you don't make some letters really big and some letters really small. Okay, remember to do the front and back in your best handwriting, okay? All right, that's what that looks like. Okay, your next graded paper looks like a phonics paper that looks like this. At the top, it says to circle the special sounds that you hear in each word. So you're going to be given 3 special sounds. Whichever one you hear in the word is the one that you're going to circle. So the first one is grasshopper, clown, tractor, blow, drink, staple. And you can go back and replay that if you need it to go a little bit slower, okay? Then down here it says to circle the special sounds and mark the vowels. So on this one you're going to do both. Circle the special sounds and mark the vowels. All right, down here, remember we're going to circle the word that fits in the sentence. So you'll have to read both of these words, read the sentence, and then figure out which one of these words fits in the sentence and makes sense. When you figure it out, you'll circle it. Same thing for this sentence. You'll read these 2 words, read the sentence, figure out which one of these words fits in the sentence and makes sense, and when you figure it out, you will circle the correct answer, okay? So that's all there is for that phonics page. Let's see what we have over here. Okay. You have page 141. Now, if you look at the back, you are more than welcome to do the back. It's easy. It's just completing the pattern, but this part is not part of your actual grade. This part is just kind of for fun practice. The part that is your grade is the front part of the paper here, okay? So up here, you have a story problem. So I am going to read this to you. If you don't have your paper, you might want to get it out and do this with me because story problems are a little bit different for us. We have not gotten to practice these a lot, but you have to listen to the story to be able to figure out what numbers you're going to use, okay? So I'm going to have to turn it around to read it real quick. Megan saw 2 bunnies and 2 squirrels in the meadow. Your question that you have to answer is, how many bunnies and squirrels did she see all together? So remember, when we are asking how many all together, remember we talked about when we add, that's when we are answering the question, how many all together? So whenever you hear that word or that sentence, how many all together, we know that we're going to add. So Megan saw 2 bunnies and 2 squirrels in the meadow. How many bunnies and squirrels did she see all together? You're going to write the answer in this first box. Now under here, you're going to write the equation, the math problem. How many bunnies plus how many squirrels equals how many altogether. So you're going to listen to the story problem. What plus what equals what? So how many bunnies would go in the first box? Plus how many squirrels did they say in your story problem? How many squirrels were there? Equals how many did you have of bunnies plus squirrels all together? Okay? Now on the next part of your paper, you've been practicing this quite a bit. You're just writing which number before and after. So you have 51 here, which number comes before 51, and then which number comes right after. Which number comes right before 27, and which one comes after. Which number comes right before 10, and which one comes right after. All right, and down in this section, this is just adding. If you notice, they're all plus signs. There's no minus signs. So you're just going to do your addition problems. That's all you're doing on this section. All right, down here, your directions say, write how many cents. So you're looking at this coin, you're figuring out how much it's worth, 1, 5, 10, or 25, and then you're writing how much it's worth in the box. So you have to figure out, what is this coin? How much is it worth? And when you figure out how much it's worth, you're going to write it right here. Over here, you're going to write what time it is. Remember, the shorthand is the hour, the longhand is the minutes, and you're going to read the clock, figure out what time it is, and write it in the box. Okay? And that's all there is for that paper. And we have one more paper here that I want you to take a look at. And it looks like this. All this says is color 7. So color 7 turtles. Down here it says fill in the bubble under the combination that tells how many there are, I'm trying to read backwards, how many there are altogether. So fill in the bubble under the combination that tells how many there are altogether. So let's look at this. You have snails on the top and you have snails on the bottom. So your first number is going to be the number of snails that you have on the top. So how many snails do I have on the top? 1, 2, 3. So my first number is going to be a 3. Plus, how many snails on the bottom? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 snails plus 4 snails equals, how many do we have altogether? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you've got 3 choices here, but you're looking for the one that matches your picture. 3, there's my 3, plus 4 on the bottom, 4, 3 plus 4, equals 7 altogether. 3 plus 4 equals 7. It can't be this one, and it can't be this one. I gave you that example because we really have not had a chance to practice that a lot. So you're going, this part is not part of the grade, the back is. But I want you to try it. See if you can figure out here, you've got some mushrooms. So which one of these combinations or problems, we call them equations in class, which one of these equations matches the picture? Blank plus blank equals how many altogether? So I already know if it said altogether, it can't be a minus sign because how many altogether always means to add. So we know this one's wrong. So I've got 2 more here. So how many mushrooms do I have on top? 1, 2. So it has to have a 2 in front. That one does and that one does. Okay, so it still could be either one of those. Now, plus how many on bottom? 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one has plus 4? This one says 2 plus 6. This one says 2 plus 4. So which one of these problems do you think matches the picture? 2 plus 4 equals 6. And I kind of did that one for you just to give you another example because we haven't done that much. But that's how you do it. You're going to, which one matches the picture? 2 on top plus 4 on bottom equals 6. Well, it's got to be this one. 2 plus 4 equals 6. All right, down here you can do this part. It says to match the clocks with the time. So you're going to read the time and you're going to draw a line from the time to the clock that it matches. Okay, so like this one down here would be 9 o'clock. So I'm going to look for 9 o'clock and I'm going to draw a line from 9 o'clock to the clock that it matches. Okay. Now on the back it says the number tells how many eggs in all go in each nest. Draw the eggs needed to show that number of eggs in the nest. So let's take a look at this. This is a little different for us too. Let's take a look at this one. It has a 4 on the nest. How many eggs do I have in the nest though? I only have 2. How many more eggs do I need to draw in that nest to make 4? Well, I have 2, that's not enough, so I'll draw another one, 3, and another one, 4. So I would draw 2 more eggs, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're going to give you a number. You're going to have some eggs, but you need to draw enough to make the full amount. So if I look up here, this nest says 5, but I only have 1 egg in there. Well, I need more eggs than that because that's not 5 eggs. So how do I make 5 eggs? Well, I already have 1, and then I'm just going to keep drawing them until I say 5. So there's 1, 2, draw another one, 3, draw another one, 4, draw another one, 5. Okay, so you're just going to draw the extra eggs in the basket, in the nest, that you need to have the total amount that it says on the nest. Okay, down here, this is the actual graded part. On this, you're just adding, which we've done a lot of, so that's no problem. You're just going to do your addition problems. Here it says read the clocks. So I'm going to hold up the first clock, and you're going to read it to your mom or dad, and they're going to check off on top whether you got it correct or you got it incorrect, okay? So here's the first clock. I want you to look at it and read it to mom or dad, just like you would read it to me. Good. Now I'm going to give you another clock I want you to read to mom or dad, okay? Just like you would read it to me. Okay, and mom and dad, you'll just check off whether or not they got it correct right above the time here. And then if they got it incorrect, you just put a little X over it. If I went too fast on that and you need to back the video up, feel free to do that, okay? And then down on the bottom, it says, tell the value in cents of 3 nickels. So mom and dad can read that question to you. I'm going to show you 3 nickels. I'm going to tell you that they are 3 nickels. See if I can hold them all. 3 nickels. Now what you're going to do is count these nickels and tell mom or dad how much this is worth. So count the money. So you have to figure out how much is a nickel worth and then count by that number and tell them how much money do you have right here. Okay, and mom and dad, you're going to check that for me, please. Check whether or not they got the answer correct on that. And so when you send the picture in to me, you can either send me a video of them telling you, or you can send me a picture of the paper with a check mark or an X indicating whether or not they got it right. Okay? Kids, that's all the papers that you have for this week. We are starting to finish up. We're almost there, guys. You've done so great. I hope you have a good weekend. I love you. Bye.